Hello, this is Michael Tracy, and this video is about the current status of searches for Andrew Irvine. I'll be showing various photos of the mountain, and each one has a different perspective, many of which are distorted. The problem is that the route up the mountain is significantly to the east or left in the photos of the ice axe location and potential search areas. As such, photos as I was climbing up to that location skew the angle such that things that appear directly under the ice axe in this photo look to be far off any potential fall line in other photos. So I'll start with this photo from base camp with the ice axe and Mallory's body marked. I'm working on a video that will take various photos taken during the 1999 search and triangulate Mallory's location. But for now, this approximate location works, and it is from detectives on Everest. I will point out that the location in the 1999 expedition book, Ghost of Everest, differs significantly from this, but as will be detailed in the upcoming video, the location in Detectives is more accurate. It appears the location in Ghost was just shifted to the east to support the theory that the fall was not from the ice axe location. And this is a frequent problem with various Mallory and Irvine theorists. They simply move items, such as George Mallory's body or the oxygen bottle, to locations that fit their theory, rather than modify their theory to fit the facts. And while no photos of the oxygen bottle location have been released, for George Mallory's body, numerous photos exist which will allow us to pinpoint the location with a high degree of accuracy. But that will be in a future video. Looking at these locations, Mallory's body is directly below the ice axe, and given that he had a rope around him that was broken, the reasonable conclusion is that Mallory and Irvine fell together, and there is no reason to believe either one survived the fall. Had Irvine survived the fall, all the legitimate routes he might have taken have been searched, and the 1933 team covered the area directly below the ice axe, which is likely the only possible place that Irvine could have fallen to and gotten back up and walked away. For those new to the channel, the 1933 team also walked right across what would later be known as the Hosel Slot, shown here. There was never a body in that location, nor is there any reason to believe the Chinese found Irvine in 1975 and are hiding the camera, that story also having been debunked. What this leaves us with is Irvine's body being somewhere below the ice axe, perhaps 100 feet, perhaps 10,000 feet. There's also the possibility that he was removed or buried sometime after 1975. In a recent satellite photo, there was a small artifact that looked like it could be a grave. However, the location is on the stitch joint in Google Earth's photo, so perhaps it is nothing. In order to facilitate the discussion, I'll take a couple key landmarks that outline potential locations for Irvine. The location of the ice axe is known with exact precision. It is in a Chinese museum. However, the location reported by the 1933 team places it here. And while they did mark the location on a photo, that does not guarantee its accuracy. So perhaps the location of the ice axe is off by 10 or 20 feet. In addition, we do not know whether the ice axe belongs to Mallory or Irvine, or whether Irvine was in front leading. I'll call this patch of snow leading up to the ridge as the snow ramp. Below the ice axe is the diagonal snow ledge. This is the location that Frank Smythe wrote a body might be located in if it fell from the ice axe location. The problem with the diagonal snow ledge is that it is frequently covered in snow, but not always. This Google Earth satellite photo shows no snow, but is not high enough resolution to identify the body. The snow monkeys over at the Yeti Academy looked into getting new satellite photos, but ultimately it was determined that commercially available images would not provide detailed enough resolutions to assist with any search. This still leaves a wide search area, and of course the possibility remains that Irvine fell to the bottom of the mountain back in 1924. But numerous other people have fallen from that ridge, and their bodies remain on the upper mountain. But even the upper mountain in the area below the ice axe is not that small. And curiously, no photos or video of searches of that area have been released. The next key location is the 1933 high camp, and the ledge that extends in the yellow band to the west over to the top of the inverted T snowfield. The inverted T snowfield would be looked at extensively to identify the location of Mallory's body. Above the 1933 camp level is a diagonal snow ledge, which offers a couple possibilities. There is this location, which I identified in the final resting place video, and this location above it, close to the rocks, where some people also think there is a body. There's also the possible grave location identified in the Google Earth image. The next location I'll discuss is this crack in the yellow band just below the 1933 camp level and to the west of the ice axe location. Some people think they see Irvine in that crack, but Jamie McGinnis has a photo of that area, and I claim fair use for it. but I do not see anything there other than rocks and snow. Now, Jamie McGinnis was on the 2019 National Geographic expedition, and the following is from the Himalayan database. The team looked for Irvine with drones beforehand. They scanned the mountain with them and got good footage. However, there was too much snow to find anything. McGinnis also thinks it could have been swept off by an avalanche or maybe removed by the Chinese, it being Irvine's body. And while the possibility remains that the Chinese removed Irvine's body sometime after 1975, it is not clear why the drone footage is not being released, nor is it clear that if the photos had too much snow in them, why the drone was not flown again on the second trip up the mountain when there was much less snow. In addition, there are numerous cracks and crevices below the 1933 camp level, which could also contain Irvine and will be extremely difficult to search. For someone to say that they have looked at photos and determined that Irvine is not on the upper mountain simply means they are reaching a predetermined conclusion. The problem with searching for Irvine is not the lack of potential places he could be, it is that there are too many legitimate places where his body could have gone undetected for years. Finally, we are left with the cryptic comment from Tom Pollard, the only person to be on both the 1999 and 2019 teams, that some undisclosed information about Irvine's location exists. So where is Andrew Irvine? Unfortunately, as of February 22, 2023, the Chinese have still not announced whether the mountain will be open to foreign climbers, and most commercial expeditions have been canceled. As such, there will likely not be any searches for Andrew Irvine in 2023 unless my weather balloon accidentally drifts over to that side of the mountain.